In early 2025, Phoenix Air Flight 2025 departed from a remote airport near the Russian Arctic, heading towards Central Europe. It was a modern twin-engine airliner carrying 150 passengers and 18 crew members. The weather outside was brutally cold, with temperatures dropping below -50 degrees Celsius as the aircraft crossed the polar region. Everything seemed normal until the aircraft began its descent toward Europe. Unbeknownst to the crew, the jet fuel loaded earlier contained microscopic traces of water, a result of condensation during refueling. As the aircraft entered the extreme Arctic cold, the water particles turned into tiny ice crystals. For hours, they mixed into the fuel system unnoticed. But when the pilots demanded more thrust during descent, both engines suddenly failed to respond. Within seconds, Flight 2025 experienced a dual power rollback, and its speed began to drop dangerously. The cockpit alarm filled with warnings as the aircraft slowly lost altitude. Autopilot disengaged, and the pilots took immediate manual control. They realized the engines were still running, but not producing enough thrust to maintain level flight. With no major airport nearby and only frozen wilderness below, the crew had just minutes to decide. They aimed the aircraft toward a small, ice-free island ahead, the only place where an emergency landing was even remotely possible. As the aircraft glided lower, the crew prepared the cabin for impact. The island had no runway, only wind-carved terrain covered in snow and patches of mud. The pilots retracted most of the flaps to reduce drag and push the aircraft into a controlled glide. At the last moment, they deployed the soft terrain landing gear, fully aware it might break on impact. The landing was extremely rough. The gear collapsed, and the aircraft slid across the frozen ground, but the fuselage miraculously stayed intact. In the freezing wind, the crew swiftly evacuated all passengers using the emergency slides. Survival kits and cold weather blankets were distributed immediately. Despite the violent landing, only one passenger suffered minor injuries. For hours, the passengers huddled together in the Arctic cold until rescue helicopters finally arrived. Every single person on Flight Phoenix 2025 survived. The investigation later revealed that tiny ice crystals in the fuel system had restricted flow during the most critical phase of flight. Phoenix Air quickly upgraded its procedures, stricter water content checks, improved fuel heating systems, and enhanced cold weather training for pilots. The incident became a landmark case in modern aviation safety. Flight Phoenix 2025 was remembered not as a tragedy, but as a miracle, a powerful reminder that even in the harshest conditions, skilled decision-making and calm teamwork can turn disaster into survival.